affidavits.
What's an affidavit?
You've been in radio and you don't know what an affidavit
I
is?
got no idea.
Not
Have you ever
after
been to
David.
court before?
Affidavit.
After David?
Affidavit is
Yeah.
a legal document that you can take to court that says, we ran your commercial at, 7:32. We ran your commercial at 4:23. We ran your commercial
It's a
at...
legal document.
It's a legal
Yeah.
document backing up what the station
And
did.
it's called an affidavit.
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 Affidavit. It's a legal document term.
I can't tell.
You
Robert
shouldn't be in
Lee-
a relationship where you have to go get an affidavit. You should
No,
be.
no. It's not after David. It's an affidavit.
Affidavit?
Yeah, all the radio stations do it except this one.
No, we got the paperwork.
I know you got the paperwork.
Don't they
It's
give
not
that to you?
it's not just semantics here. What we're getting are not affidavits. I'm not fussing. I'm just telling you about the way it is out there in the Big Hall Crew. When I was a KRLD, they gave me affidavits.
Really?
We're doing advertising right now with 100.7, your old alma mater, and they're sending me affidavits on when they run the program and the promos.
You want us to start doing that?
Well, I'm just saying.
We can do that.
Okay. Tell Dan.
I'm going to tell Dan here after
That
the
way
show.
we keep Dan scared.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. I don't want to get off on the same foot we got off on last time. Meaning we're behind in the first month.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
let's see if somebody died, maybe. But
Well,
that ain't
if
happening
Dan
no more.
dies, that's a bit different deal.
That ain't happening no more.
Yeah, I just don't want to get it off on the same foot we got off on. And we won't. I guess that's why he's scared. How did I scare him?
No, I'm just jacking with you.
Oh,
You didn't
I
scare
was
him.
gonna say he doesn't look like the kind of guy that scares too easy.
No.
But I
He
don't remember-
forgets.
But he forget.
He
Okay.
can't remember his own damn name
He
sometimes.
should be scared then.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I said anything to him.
Oh, no. I was just saying.
So you're just jerking my chain.
He ran a
Yeah,
bucket load of
affidavit.
commercials.
Huh?
He run a bucket load of commercials last week.
Don't get my
After David?
yeah. Don't get my cuss jar going. Yeah, it's so funny when Jeff gave me $5. I said, because I'm the one that takes up money for different things, and he said, this is just on account. On account, I'm gonna cuss.
I don't know what happened here, but ESPN radio just told me happy birthday. It's not my birthday.
It's my daughter's birthday. Maybe they meant
Today's
April.
my mom's birthday.
Is it really? Yeah, this is the first one since my mom died, and my daughter had a tough time because Nana did everything for her, so it's kind of tough.
I'm not having a real good day.
Why?
It's his mom's birthday.
Oh, it is your mom's birthday,
Yeah.
certainly.
But I'm not, a nutcase over it.
Oh no, it's just the ideal that Nana had never an unkind word to say about anybody, and if it's birthdays, oh boy, and
Yeah.
and then
3 flower companies remind me today that my mother's birthday is today.
have you bought at 3 different flower companies before?
I just showered her. I had this other hide that I used to date down there. I always tell her happy birthday. For 20 years I've been courting her. I said, now Regina, today is a special birthday. And the hurricane's got you trapped up down there. Don't be a hero and walk around out there and get one of them hot wires. Take your life in a heartbeat. I rescued 60 horses out of Katrina, and we signed our affidavit.
Now he is jerking the chain.
Yeah, that when we went down past the levees, that we were on our own. It's martial law.
Sure.
So we got down there in my old dually truck. Joe Ellis is sitting on the front with an AR-15 loaded to the brim with a cylinder on it. And we were going through the floodwaters. And There's these people down in New Orleans would tie their horses in the stall
Oh.
because they didn't want them to leave.
Okay,
Yes,
do
sir.
you need help on that thing?
It's the same as making them drown. They're stuck. Oh gosh.
I'll tell you the rest of that
Globe.
story later.
Globe. Hit the globe. Top one. There you go, 2 minutes.
1 minute. 57, 56, 55.
Yeah, okay, good deal. Because I'm ahead on the count over here, which is fine. Okay, so a minute 30 seconds, Willie, and it's,
All right.
it's ready to go.
Tell me when you get to 10, count it down. You ready?
Yeah.
Charlie?
Yeah, I'll just hit play, and you guys lights are all on.
Lights are on.
Background's off. On.
Lights are on. Everybody's
We'll
home.
see if anyone's home. A few minutes here. Funny.
There's your another one. You're gonna need it. Just saying. There's my pen. Will you need a pen?
I'm good.
You know, I may say, you know what? I think I will say.
Six.
Yeah,
something
we'll
here
go with
at the
that one.
beginning of the radio station.
So
I'm sorry.
we're at 1 minute here.
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
Do you want to
59
say,
seconds.
wish all the people
57.
well, prayers down in
Yeah, let's do that.
Mike
and,
Bowman did.
and quite honestly, they're going to need people to put their lives back together.
Yeah.
And when it comes to their flooring and stuff, and contractors are going to be coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, that's something we should have talked
and,
about.
well,
I
we
agree.
can talk about it today.
Let's
We'll
talk about
it today.
let's talk about the first thing.
First thing, first thing on the very first part of the show.
Okay.
Well,
30
well
seconds.
there I said select a quality dealer, so I guess I had something.
Yeah, well, yeah, but let's go ahead and talk about
Do
the
this
flood
one?
right here.
Okay.
Let's just talk about the flood right
Okay.
there.
20 seconds.
Thank you.
I can see it. You can leave it.
I'm wrong.
10,
Give me the 5.
5, 4.
Welcome to the second hour of our program. This is the Floors to Go Texas Show hour. Live in the studio is a friend of mine, a friend of yours. I call him Floripedia, Mr. Theril Williams. How you doing, bud?
Hey, we're doing really good today.
Yeah, I want to say hello to Dana and Tex, all the stuff. I'll tell you, friend, if you'll stick around this hour, you'll learn about flooring, how-tos, should I, would I, could I, it's the whole thing. Stick around to the end, you'll be better off than when you joined us. The first thing, order of business, Theril, is I know you wanted to say our prayers and thoughts go out to the folks down in Houston. With all this water, take it from there.
Well, we're fortunate up here that we don't have this problem, and I have cousins that live down there in Houston, and obviously I call them, and fortunately they live in some of the higher areas of the low areas, they said. But we are praying for people to I'm just kind of glad that our fellow men and women are reaching out and helping people no matter what their stage in life is. Right now their stage is desperate and they need help. And I'm just glad to see Houstonians and Texans and people from out of state coming down there and helping other people.
I read somewhere, I saw somewhere, I get a lot of information up here in this program, but I saw somewhere where New York deployed the National Guard from New York to come down and help them. We thank our New Yorkers, right?
Absolutely. Anybody from out of state coming down here to help the Texans, we really appreciate it. And we know that it's going to take months and maybe even years to put their lives back together, their homes back together, and all that sort of thing. And, the purpose of this radio show, obviously, it's real estate talk, and this is our stores. This section is about flooring and floor covering, and obviously, anybody that's had a flood, their floor is pretty ruined.
Yeah.
Then that's devastating.
Yes.
I mean, it's just all your things, but it is just things. If they make it out alive, that's all that really matters. But it's still devastating.
I had a dear friend of mine in Houston that the water at 3 o'clock in the morning came up 6 feet in his house. He has 2 daughters, two 80-pound dogs. And he said, Willie, he said, I was literally scared because I could not get through that water. And I was holding on to the dogs and the family and everything. And long story short, the Coast Guard rescued them with a helicopter in the nick of time. But it's a serious thing. And even the elite of elite folks in Houston, nobody escapes being a victim of that. And it really is, I'm with you, Theril. It's nice to see fellow mankind helping mankind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And half the people in the boats, their houses are flooded also, but
Yeah.
they're out helping other people.
Yeah, yeah. I want to remind our listener, this program goes all the way to Corsicana, Abilene, out east and all the way up to the Oklahoma border. But it covers a lot of area. And if you're down close to the Corsicana area, and we're getting some bans from this now. Floors to Go is at 5212 Airport Freeway. And I'll tell you, 817-710-7030, 817-710-7030. You may know a friend of a friend. You may know a work colleague. Someone will need flooring. And Theril has 40 years in the business. He does a fair day's work, a fair day's pay. And if you're one of the flood victims and you got hardwood floors or whatever the case may be, give him a call, 817-710-7030. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir, you sure did. And we have contract specialists. I know there are going to be a lot of businesses who are displaced. Businesses are going to want to get up and running as soon as they can just to help support their employees. And so we have commercial crews that can do commercial floor covering. And we're also connected directly with Dalworth and their disaster team here.
Yeah, they're
in the
ready. They're
Metroplex.
standing by, aren't
And they are standing by. I had contact with the leadership of Dalworth, and they said they were standing by, ready to go in. Obviously, you can't go in until the water's come down, but they're ready to go. And we're more than willing to help some people. We are a legitimate company. We've been around for 15 years. There are going to be a lot of companies down there hovering in the future days to come, and months, and even the years, for people who are maybe not full qualified flooring dealers. We just to let you know, we at FloorsToGoTexas.com, by the way, Floors to Go Texas, we'd be happy to come to Houston and work and deal with whatever conditions we have to get businesses up and running, or even people's homes.
Yeah, and we have insurance. We have people we work with day in and day out, so we're ready.
Well, I got to tell you, Theril, when Katrina hit New Orleans, I went down there and I rescued a bunch of people and horses and stuff out of there. And what I noticed, and this will happen in Houston, is the storm chasers that chucking the trucks would show up in every facet of construction. And the minute they get the check, in many cases, you don't hear from them anymore. Floors to Go is a viral company that backs with a 60-day guarantee. And I presume you would do that down in Houston, Theril.
Sure, certainly.
Don't take the first company knocking.
Well, and that's an important deal for just selecting a quality dealer. I think any business or homeowner should ask a lot of questions of the flooring dealer they're going to hire or employ.
And do their research.
And they need to do some research, do some research online about them. Look at some of the reviews. The big deal is, are they going to be there next week? One thing, do they have a showroom? I mean, yes, we have a showroom. Obviously not in Houston, but we can help people out, and we have access. Matter of fact, there's a lot of our suppliers that are in Houston, and they have showrooms, believe it or not. But one thing that a lot of people do is, they'll pay a contractor and they'll pay him up front, and it's okay to give a contractor a deposit check
When the materials arrive.
when the materials arrive and so forth. But you know you need to be really careful, and you need to hold out enough money. Our modus operandi, if you will, is to get a deposit on our materials, but we don't ask to pay for any of the labor till we're 100% done.
Awesome.
And that gives the homeowner, the business owner, some teeth to get us back to doing the job. Not that we wouldn't come back, but I'm telling you, if you hold any contractor to this standard, and you hold out enough money, and I'm going to say at least a half to a third holding out until the job is completely done, and then you write them a check or you issue them a credit card. That would be, you know, the one thing. And honestly, businesses, you know, prefer to have checks over credit cards. Somebody pays for all those miles and points, and it's your local vendor. But one thing to think about, and I'm not necessarily encouraging this, but I am. If people are paying by credit card, they have some recourse with their credit card company. That if someone doesn't perform, you know, if you're writing a stranger a check, you have no recourse.
Yes. To
be honest with you, but if you put it on a credit card for payment and they don't do what they say they're going to do, or they're not there, you can have a recourse with a credit card company. There may be some steps of approval.
Good advice there
on both parties. But I know, I mean, my daughter hired a contractor to do something to her home several years ago, and you know, he gave him a written contract. He said he was going to do this and do that. He did about 80% of it, and 20% of it looked bad, and she couldn't get him back, and she went through the recourse section with the credit card company, and they were all able to make it all work out for the homeowner, because the consumer has some protection using the credit card.
You know,
company.
it's good advice during a disaster like this, because at the end of the day, you know, some of the details in the protocol of how to do construction may be overlooked because you're emotionally wanting to get back into your home.
Oh, sure.
Our friends at Floors to Go, Texas, I want you to write this number down. Do not forget, I got to go to break here. 817-710-7030. 817-710-7030 out at 5212 Airport Freeway. Check them out at floorstogotexas.com. Today, Theril, we're talking about, you know, allergies, how to protect your home from what is a very bad allergy season going on right now.
Terrible.
We're going to talk about that when we come back. 40 years of experience here at your disposal. Reach out to them, 817-710-7030. We're going to talk about the 60-day guarantee. We want to thank all of our Facebook and all of our Twitter or Twitch. And all our social media that's going on right now. Man, we're still praying for the folks down in Houston. Stick around. We'll be back in a Willie Skosh. We kind of went over on that one. Just rambling.
How long do we go?
Sticking out of my hand.
How long do we go over?
Yeah, we're 11.
Well, that's one of our. We got down to select a quality dealer, so we jumped down in the page, but that's fine. We can fix it.
Okay.
Any questions on Facebook or anything?
No.
Not yet.
How many folks we got on there?
I'm sorry. I'm still fixing a whole bunch of other crap.
Okay.
Oh.
You want me to move on?
Yeah, do you want us to start out the next segment? Can we start up the next segment?
You guys should start it up.
Yeah, we're a little behind. Let's go ahead.
You're wrong. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Floors to Go Texas show, friend. I got to tell you, remember the saying, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug? When you go out to 5212 Airport Freeway and you say that little slogan, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. Say you heard it here on 570 Cliff. They're going to give you an 8x10 rug. It's about a $600 value. All you got to do is walk in. My friend Theril's got serious, you know, fever going on, but, you know, that's a whole nother show. Now, today we're talking about allergies.
That's serious too.
Dana.
Very serious. I have terrible allergies. And I happened to be at the doctor Friday, And my allergy doctor said this is such a terrible, terrible year because of the mold, the dust, and mildew, and that's trapped in your house, in your flooring, in your carpet, in your ductwork. So there's a lot of things that people can do to clean their house up. And I don't just mean, clean the kitchen. I mean clean it where the allergies are better.
When you say that, Dana, I know our friends at Dalworth are partners with you guys. And by the way, when you go into their store, just for showing up in the front door, they're going to give you a $25 coupon.
Yep.
At our store.
At Flores to Go. Yeah, showing up in the store. But you guys are partners with them. Give me a visual over radio, Dana. When to me, and I've flipped some houses, the biggest harbor of mold is in the duct system, the vents.
Yeah, probably. That's a good place to start.
Yeah,
But your
and
carpet. Go ahead.
But Dalworth comes in there and knocks all that mold and mildew off of the duct system.
They sure do.
And they got a little old tool that runs through there, and it's like a rotor-rooter tool, right? And knocks it all out. Then it falls to the carpets. Then take it from there.
Well, let me just defend Dalworth a little bit. When Dalworth is cleaning up these AC ductworks and HVAC ductworks, they actually have a vacuum system to catch all that stuff as they're pulling it out.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, for people who do not have their vents clean, and I'll be honest with you, I'll confess my sin here on the air. In 22 years living in this one house, I don't think I've ever had my ducts changed now or cleaned. However, I did get a new air conditioning system about 7 years ago,
and that makes it clean too. That helps it.
But I'm thinking that I don't remember if Clark had a suggestion of how many years to do this, but we're going to suggest if 7 was the number I was thinking about. But
I was telling you to keep your ducks in a row. Get it?
Yeah. Okay. So if you haven't had your ducks cleaned, if you haven't had, hopefully we have some fun on this show. If you haven't had your ducts cleaned in 7 years, it's probably a good idea to do it, because when I climbed up in my attic, I was really surprised at how many homes, the builders don't even have the AC guys seal up the duct.
No, they're just...
where it's in the attic. Get this picture on radio. The duct is flowing through the attic and it touches the sheetrock wall. And actually, if you go up there, you can actually see daylight sometimes, which you're not supposed to be able to do. And you can even feel cold air getting blown out of there. And at the same time, it can actually be siphoning some dust out of your attic, throwing it right into your room.
From all the fillers up there.
Yeah, exactly. So you might want to get those cleaned, and that is a big deal. However, what you don't know is that if we were talking about carpet does hold some of those things in there. It holds some of the dust in there. Now, here's what a lot of people don't know is that Stainmaster has a new product called Pet Protect, and it is designed not only to be warranted against the 3 Ps that pets do to our carpets, puking is one of them, but it also has a negative ionic charge on the fiber. Now, this is revolutionary, and this negative ionic charge will not allow the pet hair and the dander and the dust to stick to the fiber.
Yeah.
So what that means is that when the vacuum cleaner passes over, it is released. A lot of times we had pets before. We had long-haired. We had German Shepherds. We had golden retrievers. And golden retrievers, their hair is like, oh my gosh, you're clogging up your vacuum cleaner. If you're not careful, don't have the right kind of vacuum.
It's like Alaskan Husky.
You can clog up what I call the throat of this thing before it gets to your bag and catches everything. The point being is, even when you run the vacuum cleaner over it, and you've had it for several years, you go down there and you reach into the fiber and you just start trying to pluck it up, you're going to get some pet hair in your fingers.
It's nasty.
It's nasty. And so really the Pet Protect, it will not allow the pet hair fiber to go down into the fiber and actually clean. It's kind of like when you brush if you have on a pair of slacks and you brush your slacks or your dress or your skirt or whatever, and you're trying to brush pet hair off of you and it doesn't come off, you got to go get one of those sticky things. That's what carpet is. It's going to stay there until you can get a sticky thing. Well, you can't really clean your carpet with a sticky thing. Now, you might on the very top, but it's stuck on the sides of the fiber down in there. Well, the Pet Protect allows it to stay on top so that it can be released. And that's the new technology science
How do
behind
they do that, Theril? I mean, any idea?
Well,
How do you get a negative ionic charge on carpet? That's beyond me.
I was absent that day.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
how it's,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
I
pull
don't
out
know.
your cell phone and tell me how they get.
But I
get all this
got to
technology
tell
on the
you,
cell
our
phone.
friends at Flowers to Go Texas has this carpeting for your family. All you got to do is reach out to them at 817-710-7030. Ask for Dana. She knows all about the negative ionic charge on carpet.
But she's not
But
negative.
Well, I know about the allergies too. Trust me.
she's going to have to go get the cliff notes on how they made it, but nonetheless, they're 5212 Airport Freeway in Haltom City.
Well, yeah,
Allergies are bad.
allergies are
They're
bad.
real bad.
Uh,
And there's certain type of hardwoods, the LVT tile wood carpet. Wool carpet. It's color fast. It's a natural air filter, and it's low VOCs. So that's supposed to be. I'm trying that one. It's going in my master bedroom
And
shortly.
it dehumidifies.
Yep.
People don't realize this, but wool actually absorbs moisture and humidity in the room and holds it and then releases it when it begins to dry out in the house. It's kind of a phenomenon, and they can't engineer a synthetic to do that. That is a natural phenomenon of wool carpet, just the wool fiber
To
itself.
cut down on allergies, vacuum. How often?
Well, rule of thumb, your number of people in the house, if you got 3 people, 3 times a week.
In the room where everybody is, like
Yes.
if there's 3 people
High
living in the house
traffic.
in the high traffic area, in the main living area, but say for a bedroom, if one person lives in that one room, then they need a vacuum once a week.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
two people,
Rule
like
of
in
thumb.
a master bedroom, need to vacuum twice a week on carpet.
Yep.
Sorry, then.
No, you did
You-
good. You did
Okay.
excellent. Thank you.
Now, I got to tell you, some of this LVT stuff you got, hardwood floors. And by the way, they got 10 times the selection, 10 times as much room as any of the big box stores out at Flowers to Go Texas over at 5212 Airport Freeway. You got to go check it out. Now, y'all are not open on Sunday, correct?
No, we're not open on Sunday.
Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday.
Saturday full day.
Saturday from 9 to 3 o'clock.
9 to 3 o'clock. If you have questions about any of this, you can go to radio@floorstogotexas.com, and that goes straight to you, Theril, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We're talking with Floors to Go, and we're talking about the importance of maintaining some of the things you can do on your flooring to keep allergies under control in your house. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. LTV. LVT.
LVT, luxury vinyl tile or
Resilient.
resilient vinyl, resilient tile. Because they're considered a hard surface, they're much easier to run a
Yeah.
Swiffer duster over the top
Well,
of them.
not a wet Swiffer.
No.
Not wet.
No, dry.
Dry. And it's like a microfiber pad, and there's different floor cleaners you can spray on the pad and then go around and dust, and it picks it up beautifully.
I'll tell you about the first time we're going to talk about this in the next segment about how to install hardwood floors correctly, but I'll tell you about the time that I spent $1 gazillion on hardwood floors. It's before I met you, Theril. And my installer put it in. To this day, I don't know if I flipped that property. I don't know if it's put in right or not. I have advanced immensely since then. But he cleaned that thing with WD-40.
Oh.
Wiped it down with WD-40.
Oh,
There's an example of installers that don't know what is going on. Right?
my gosh.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
talk about that
that's,
in the
that's
next.
pretty much a
next-
disaster deal
Yeah.
right there.
I got to go to break.
Okay.
They're jumping up and down. This hour is the Floors to Go Texas show. By the way, friend, you can pick them. You can pick their brain over there by calling them at 817-710-7030. 817-710-7030. Any questions you have, send an email to Theril directly at radio@floorstogotexas.com. 5212 Airport Freeway. You know what? We'll be back in a Willie Scotia.
All right, so we got 2 more segments left.
Well,
We're
there's
near on
one.
time.
I
that
feel
we're-
like the conversation's really flowing good back and forth. You pick up the right time, you pick up the right time. It's good.
You want to mention you got waterproof carpet? Is all the
It's
play?
probably a good
So,
idea.
when I come back, we'll talk about, hey, Ken,
what
because people are trying to save their carpet. Can you save carpet?
Not
Not
when
with
it's 3 feet under.
floodwaters.
I wouldn't
No,
think
because
so.
it's
No.
already got
If you've got
contaminated.
if
The
you've
pad's
got,
gonna be
if,
gone.
If you got some kind of contamination, if you've
No.
got clean water and you can get it up off the floor, yes.
I'm
But-
sorry, if you're catching fish in your dining room, did you see that man?
Yes,
It cannot be saved. I'm sorry.
There was a
I
guy-
saw a
But-
picture.
We can remind folks that we can work with their insurance companies.
Yes.
Type of thing.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
and we could also mention that they don't have to drive all the way up here. We could send a salesperson down to their house to.
Well, we've talked about stationing somebody down there, so that might be a good deal too. And you're right. A lot of our things
Dude,
come
you're
from
huffing and
the
puffing.
Houston
Looking at
area.
all the work you're giving me. Now it's something nothing to do with you guys.
So
Yeah.
if this is number 3, is this going to be number 4? We'll just fill in with this?
Sure.
You don't
Or do
know.
you have? Oh, we're winging it, baby. We're winging it.
Well,
Dana,
since you brought up the last,
that's some of the best radio right there.
May I
So-
see your iPad?
yeah, something looks out of focus for some reason. But anyway, for some reason, I mean, since you brought up the the guy with the WD-40 treatment,
Oh my gosh.
you know, we
They
can
were
talk about
spraying
this.
that.
We can talk about this thing. It says
Gosh.
3 main reasons or 3 main floor failures for Kermit Walker, the certified flooring inspector, is installation, manufacturing, and homeowner related because of improper installation. You know, people just some installers just not knowing the difference, which is a disaster to me in my book. Yeah, I think it's kind of on the borders on being a crime, although it's not a crime.
Some of them just
it's-
don't know.
Well,
It's
some
not
of them
that
don't
they.
know, but the homeowner is paying for punishment for the homeowner themselves not doing proper
Well,
research.
I know, but look at that homeowner that let WD-40 on his floor. They're out there. I mean, you know, I bet you that just shined that up, just like it just greased that up, didn't it?
And it had to be
That
slippery.
looked real nice.
Had to
And
be-
here's little old Willie.
Oh my
It had to be
gosh.
slippery too.
God, that looks fine. Oh my God, if my guys did that today. Oh no. So one's coming on the 11th. Already issued a warrant for him.
Okay. And,
I
and
told
it'll
him
be a 2-day deal.
I told him if you don't show up, I'm gonna call INS on you.
Do you
It's
have?
in It's in Garland is where it is.
And we have to probably get him on the agenda. I mean, not on the agenda. We have to.
On the-
Yeah,
Call.
we have to call
On the itinerary.
Timothy. We
Yeah.
have to call Tim and get his name listed, phone number, and that sort of thing, so they'll know how many people to prepare for. Okay, so
Yep.
we'll have to do a little more work, not much, but then he needs to come and show up.
Yeah.
But yes, it'll benefit you. It'll benefit him.
Well, they might even talk
I'd
about.
like for Rico to come too.
He
Well, a
can.
lot of it's hands-on. So if he doesn't understand all that's going on, he'd understand the hands-on.
But it'll be in Spanish, I guarantee you.
Yeah, they
They're
probably
too
will.
big. They're too big not to have it in Spanish. All of my pays, setting materials, leveling materials, grouts,
that far.
everything is in English and in Spanish.
You're right. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Because
It is.
Pepin, I was so proud of Pepin. He sat down, he read it,
Mhm.
he YouTubed it before he installed it the other day.
On a special grout.
Ping.
Yeah, Pepin Arriaga. He's one of our installers, and he has a lot of commercial background experience, and he's one of those guys that's got nearly a tool for everything. I mean, he goes equipped. We were using some of the new. Tam donated a bunch of that. What we call it, Flex Color CQ. It's the new grout that you don't mix. It's pre-mixed in the bucket, and it's a little cantankerous when you put it in if you don't know what you're doing. And so she was pointing out how Pepin. She was real proud of Pepin because they do have instructions in Spanish and English. But he not only read the instructions, he also looked it up on YouTube, the point they were trying to make. Because technically it's faster. Because number one, you're not mixing it. Once you get it mixed, you have to actually let it set in the bucket and kind of meld a little bit, so all the different ingredients are sort of sticking to each other. And that's wait time. I mean, because you got a good 10 to 15 minutes of just mixing it in the bucket, and then you're letting it sit there another 5, almost 10 minutes before you're actually grouting the floor. And this stuff, you take it out of the bucket right away, start spreading, but you can only spread a 6x6 area, or as large as you can reach, and then you clean it up. You don't grout this entire room. This is a studio room here, and you only going to be grouting about 25% of the room.
Usually as far as you can reach.
Yeah. So I'm kind of dividing this into 4 parts. You would do this about 4 different times, and it's because it dries so fast that it'll leave a haze on your tile that you cannot get off. I mean, this stuff is permanent. It doesn't stain. It stays flexible for the life of the grout. It doesn't efflorescence. That means it doesn't let any of the salt deposits that are in the setting material and in the slab during moisture ooze and come up through there and make this little iridescent color look. You've seen it on brick before and stuff like that. Well, you can do it in regular cement grout. So this grout has no cement. It's a special polymer.
How expensive?
It's a bunch. When I say a bunch, compared to just an old-fashioned sanded bag of grout that might be $17 to $22, this stuff is going to be at $40 or $50.
I wouldn't use that on flip property.
Well, I'm just saying, no, probably not. And I didn't show you that stuff on account of that.
How would it hold up to 3 feet of water?
Oh,
No.
it would be fine.
I would hold up 6 feet of water.
It'll hold
with
up.
Catfish and sharks coming up the canal.
So there you go. When you talk about the flood again,
you know,
you say, hey,
yeah,
you've got a tile floor.
Because it won't stain. Here's the cool part: it won't stain. Cement grouts will stain. This stuff won't stain.
Well, the cement grouts will
They
chisel
crumble.
out. They crumble.
They crumble.
Where this grout doesn't. And the other grout, you're supposed to use silicone around the edges, and with this grout, you don't have to.
Like if you grout a shower with it, the shower, the vertical wall, you always have to
together.
put silicone caulk or acrylic caulk in the corner, because at some point the building's going to flex a little bit, and the cement grout will crack in a second.
And you don't have to do
but
that.
this one don't. This one won't do that.
Well, and
Stays
technically,
flexible.
like a galley kitchen, you're supposed to do under your cabinets and things. You're supposed to leave
A little gap.
a gap, and that's supposed to be
And grout that.
Yep, it's supposed to be silicone too.
Tex, we got anybody on Facebook we need to talk to?
Not that is asking any questions yet.
Okay. This is our second segment?
Yeah.
Third.
It's
This is our
starting a
third.
Wow.
Aren't we having fun today?
Okay.
We talked a little long there.
That's okay.
Just then.
All right, you ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Floors to Go Texas show. Remember, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. Go out to 5212 Airport Freeway and tell them you heard it here on 570 Clef, and they're going to give you a free 8x10 rug. Let me ask you something, Theril. I know we're going to talk about flooring failures here, but before we do that, with respect to the folks in the flooding in South Texas, do y'all help with insurance claims?
We do. We can work with the insurance companies. We can work with insurance claims. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons we brought this up, is that I know a lot of businesses have disaster insurance. I have disaster insurance in case, my building blows away. It's still going to be hard to get started next day.
Sure.
But, most businesses are going to want to get back on their feet as soon as possible to help support their people and help support their community. I mean,
Well, it may be the fire department, the police department, the radio station.
Exactly.
It's everybody needs help, but the ones that are giving help need to be able to get into their buildings too.
Okay, I got another question for you.
Sure.
I'm just full of questions
Okay.
tonight. I got 3, 4, 5, 6 feet of water in my house,
Yes.
and I didn't have insurance, and it all dries out, and my carpet's down there, and I bought it 90 days ago. Can I dry that out and reinstall it?
I doubt it.
No.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
If it was clean water, maybe.
Yeah, but
But
they're
this is-
fishing down
oh,
there. They
no,
got sharks in the
no.
rivers.
No.
Yeah, no.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do that. Besides, you're gonna have to take the sheetrock. You're gonna,
Add everything out.
yeah, it's all
Okay,
got
but
to
it
come
is
out.
not reusable.
No,
No.
no.
Thank you
it's
for
not.
asking me that question.
Yeah.
Going to the 3 don'ts of flooring failures.
Well, a lot of people don't realize this, but we had a man on our show several weeks ago, and his name is Kermit Walker, and he's a certified flooring inspector. And Kermit, over the course of a year, he went back and cataloged and analyzed all his inspections that whether homeowners called him, manufacturers called him, or dealers called him, Kermit sees stuff black and white, and he is not favored to. He's not favored to the customer. He's not favored to the manufacturer. What he is favored to is the
Right over
instruction.
wrong.
Right
Over wrong.
That's
but
right.
but you have the standard has to be, what does the manufacturer say the specifications for installing a certain product? He's a little bit like the enforcement, the law enforcement. Whatever the law says, whether the policeman agrees or disagrees with the law, they have to enforce the law. He can't be an enforcer because he can't make anything happen. But what he can do is he can make a report happen that says the installer did not adhere to the manufacturer specifications.
mhm.
The homeowner did not adhere to the manufacturer specifications for cleaning or maintenance. And there are standards that the manufacturer has to uphold to be able to make the product the same way every time. So he actually holds the manufacturer responsible if the manufacturer fails to produce a quality product.
And that happens.
It
And
does
that
happen.
happens. It happens. So,
Carpet and flooring.
right. So these were very interesting percentages that he came up with, because I thought they were very interesting. What do you think,
I
Dan?
thought it was great. What would you think would, just off the top of your head, what do you think would be the reason for a failure? The most reason.
Well, I would think in carpeting, it would be the twisting of the fabric incorrectly.
Well, technically.
That's not a bad answer.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So here's what we're, for our radio audience, we're giving them 3 choices. Now, I know that says, well, what do you mean just 3 choices? Well, failures are going to occur because of manufacturer problem. They didn't make it right. Number 2, it could be the homeowner didn't take care of it properly. Maybe they weren't taught properly by the dealer, but it could be they cleaned it with something they shouldn't have cleaned it with.
I know the answer.
Okay.
I know the answer.
Or
And then the third one would be installation.
I know the answer.
Installation.
I know the answer.
Okay, so what's the answer?
The answer is unequivocally the installers.
Well,
not really.
Really?
honestly, before he actually told me these numbers, I kind of guessed the same
Yeah.
way you did,
Really?
Willie, because if there's ever a group of installation people that are less educated than any other group, I think it's tile setters, people who set tile for a living, or tile installers, whatever terminology you want to use. Somebody who is actually putting ceramic or porcelain tile down on your floor, on your shower. They are the least educated bunch out there. It doesn't mean they're illiterate. They're not educated to the new technologies that are available, and they're not. They don't even care about looking into what we call best practice methods,
Just
which
do
we
it the
practice.
old way. The old way.
The old way. Well,
Hand me down way.
for example, FinSet was invented about 45 years to 50 years ago.
Oh, I thought it was in the 1800s.
I don't know the history on when it was invented because it was
Tex will
invented.
find out.
We'll
He'll
get
know.
back to you on
But
that.
anyway, we'll get back on you on that. So when it was invented is not important. When to stop using it is important. And today I'm telling you, we don't use any thin set anymore. But it's sold out there by the tons by your big box stores.
Can you imagine if you spent a ton on LVT and your installer used thin set to put it down?
Well, he wouldn't use thin set to put it down with, but he could use the wrong material to set it down with. The thin set is for the ceramic tile, porcelain tile.
Yeah.
But really, here to keep our audience not in suspense any longer, Kermit found that out of all the things that he looked at in a period of a year, installation was liable for 36% of the failure.
Wow.
And 25% of the time, the manufacturer was related to the failure of a problem.
So that means the big one is.
The big one is a homeowner. 39% of the time, it was a homeowner's fault for a floor failing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's not blame the homeowner without me qualifying that 39%. Because nowhere in here does he blame the floor covering dealer. I'm going to say the homeowner had a failure 39% of the time because they might not have been educated
That's good.
by the flooring dealer that, let's just pretend they bought a hardwood floor, engineered hardwood floor, and they started mopping their floor, wet mopping their floor.
Or steaming it.
Or
you know how
steaming their
people
floor.
love that steam
Or
clean.
WD-40.
Or putting WD-40 in it like you're, like you know,
wow.
you've seen it happen before. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't blame the homeowner for that failure. It's a failure that the flooring company they purchased from did not educate them on how to clean or how to maintain the problem.
Well,
So,
you know, that goes also back to reading all the instructions.
absolutely.
Because all the instructions are going to tell you how to clean it too.
Yeah.
Right.
Just for clarification, Theril,
Yes.
I put a new hardwood floor in, right? I'm a homeowner. Best practice to clean it is what?
Well, we recommend they clean it with a product called Bona, B-O-N-A.
I've seen it.
It's widely available out there in the marketplace. It can be bought at our store, but it can also be bought at a place like Bed Bath & Beyond. Believe it or not, they sell it. Some of the big box stores sell it, not all of them, but one particular one, the blue one, and actually. We sell a brand. They sell a brand for us called Professional. A professional version of that, which is a little bit stronger. It's a little concentrated. It goes further. What you buy over the counter everywhere else is a little bit different formula. Not saying it's not as good. It's just not the professional strength. And I will say this: we give you a free Bona cleaning kit when you purchase engineered hardwood floors from us. It comes with a mop. Now this mop is not your typical old school mop. This mop has a plastic head on it and has Velcro attached to it, and it has Velcro terry cloth microfiber heads, and the Bona product itself is actually sprayed onto the mop head and then mopped.
And then you can take them off and wash the head.
Yes. Yes.
But do not mop your hardwood floors in preparation to putting the Bona on.
Yeah, that's correct.
Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. Yeah. In no
Because
time.
I know some of my family members, and they got a Bona product. In particular, my sister goes and mops the whole house before she puts Bona down.
Well, now, it wouldn't be bad to dust mop it. To dust.
No,
get the
she's
dust
got
off.
to
No,
No,
that's
ring it
not
out.
good.
I'm going to tell her not to do that anymore.
No, you can take the dust off. That always
Okay.
helps it.
Helps.
Now they make a ceramic tile cleaner and a wood floor cleaner. I will say this: the ceramic tile cleaner cannot be used on the hardwood floor because it's harsher. But the hardwood floor cleaner can be used on both hardwood and the tile.
I got to tell you, it's time to go to break. This is the Floors to Go Texas show. Friend, you got to go check them out at 5212 Airport Freeway over in Haltom City. Remember, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. When you say that, and you say you heard it here on 570 Cliff, They're going to give you a free 8x10 rug, or you can reach out to them at 817-710-7030. Again, 817-710-7030. If you want to email Theril directly, radio@floorstogotexas.com. When we come back, we're going to be talking about, does redoing your bathroom and your kitchen increase the value of your home? Well, stick around. You'll learn all about it. We'll be back in a Willie Scotia. That's probably brilliant.
Hey Tex, why does this, other times I've seen these pictures a little sharper in focus than they are here? It's okay if you don't know.
Yeah, he has that in his hand. It doesn't matter.
What? Oh.
I can run to the back. I'm rolling.
Click,
You know, if you want to start one,
Hey, is that the new one?
Yeah.
Is that the new
Yeah,
one?
this is the new one.
Yeah, it is a copycat.
Let me
Wow. It's a good one,
Let me
too.
see.
Oh, this
What
is.
is it? Oh, dang. Let me see that thing.
Remember, we are on
How'd you
live,
get this text?
Gun show.
Gun show yesterday.
and the other end is to break glass.
$100. Well, this one came out of the 1940s. I've had it forever. It gets sandpaper on here and it gets rusted.
Well,
Never been sharpened. When I sharpen it, it's on a file.
This will break glass or put a little ding in your skull.
No kidding. And your lanyard can go on there too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the Floors to Go Texas show could have some militant in them. That's all right. Why couldn't y'all invite me to go to the gun show? Oh,
I actually didn't get to go. He went.
I just use my purse as a weapon.
it is a
It's
full-blown
about
weapon.
It's about a 30-pound weapon.
I mean, dude, these are exactly the same size.
mm-hmm.
And his was almost a third the price of this one. But this one's been, I've had this one longer. What? Yes, these are legal. Yeah, these are legal. This length is
I'm
legal.
gonna get me one.
Matter of fact, there's a big, I really,
All switchblades are legal September 1st, as well as carrying around a large sword or a machete in public.
it's kind of
in the state
interesting.
of Texas.
It's kind of interesting that they've legalized those. That's another,
Eclipse,
that's another
floods,
subject for a
hurricanes,
different show,
tornadoes,
actually.
swords.
We're just, I mean, not that I carry a machete or a sword. You know,
If you want to take up your vinyl,
well, if you want to take your
I can't bring mine to
vinyl,
work.
the guys take stuff up with razor blade knives,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Is this
they're
our
razor
last
blade
segment?
scrapers,
Yes, it
but,
is.
this is it.
you know,
How
they
much time do we have in this one?
Oh man, we've been going to 11 on each one
I
of
know,
them.
that's what I'm saying.
So we probably got
9,
9 minutes.
8,
8.5, 9 minutes,
8.
and I got to wrap it up. So let's go to 9. Let's go to 9 minutes, and we'll rock and roll
So
with
I'm
this.
going to tell people about the best value for remodeling is your kitchen and bathrooms.
Yeah, and I
More
want to.
valuable than the house.
I don't know what is Credit Connection.
Credit Connection is a way that we have financing available for people where they can pay 6
I would
months,
come back
12
and
months,
hit-
same as cash, or if they need extended payments.
I would hit on Credit Connect, insurance, and my flooring warranty with Dalworth, and then I would go into the is your bathroom, kitchen, what increases the value in your house.
Okay.
When you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay. Does he have to do anything over there?
No, we're rolling.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. You ready?
Yeah. 3, 2,
3,
1.
2, 1. Welcome back to the Floors to Go Texas shows. We come to the top of the hour here. Remember, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. You don't want to forget that saying. Say you heard it here on 570 KLIF 570. And you're going to get a free 8x10 rug. Now, Theril, before we go into redoing bathrooms and kitchens, talk to me about Credit Connect, your insurance policy, and why my flooring warranty with Dalworth Cleaning protects your investment.
Well, okay. In that order.
It doesn't matter, whichever
Credit,
order you want.
Credit Connect is a service that we provide that gives customers payment options, 6 months to 12 months, same as cash, or if they want to do some equal payments, if they want to take it out to 12 months 24 months with equal payments.
It's very simple too.
It's a very simple process. It is a one-page application, and it's not very long, and it probably takes a total of maybe 30 seconds for us to get someone approved once they come to the store.
Is it a hard hit on your credit?
No.
Okay,
No. And it's certainly not like buying a house where you have to send them 88 pages of all
You don't have to
your
go
stuff.
through underwriting.
No.
No.
And it's very flexible, and they are very. I don't know if liberal is the right word. You know, obviously they are a company that checks, but I've never seen them turn anybody down. To be
Okay.
honest with you. So it's
so.
a very good program, and so yes, we can match any of the big box stores credit financing available.
Floors to go, Texas, 5212 Airport Freeway, Credit Connect. Now,
Insurance. We carry general liability insurance.
on the installers.
Well, we carry general liability insurance that insures technically the homeowner
Mhm.
should we damage anything in their home, which better not happen. And we haven't damaged anything in anybody's home. And workman's comp or workman's compensation, actually, it does protect the installers that we send out to the house, but it also protects the homeowner from any of our men trying to file some kind of a claim against the homeowner. Now, what I mean by that is, you know, I'm not an insurance person. You can tell me this all day long, and I still can't get it. Why you hire a contractor? Let's just say a roofer. You hire a roofer, and he falls off your roof. He legally can sue you for falling off of your roof that he chose to get into that profession. But it can happen. Now, obviously, we're not climbing on the roof because we're flooring people. But we do have general liability insurance, and
Good.
what a lot of people don't know is we can make them, meaning Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner,
additional insured.
additional insured on the policy. We do it on commercial construction all the time, so we have that available should somebody want that service. Now you ask about the My Flooring Warranty. My Flooring Warranty is a service that we provide at no extra choice. No extra charge. Thank you very much. And it is a service that if you buy a carpet from us, we help you register your carpet with Dalworth, and what they do is they will give you a 1-year spot and spill no charge warranty for 1 year. Like, for example, you buy a carpet, and within that year you have a party, somebody spills some red wine on your carpet, they come out and they clean it.
One time.
I mean, they'll ask you to.
That's right, down at one time.
They'll ask you to try to clean it, but they'll come out one time during that 12-month period and clean your floor. But what they also do is they help you keep your carpet in warranty. By that I mean, all these manufacturers recommend that you have it done professionally by a third-party contractor. You can't go down to the rug doctor and rent the machine and go do it yourself. It has to be a third-party company because they have to use hot water extraction method, and they'll send you a reminder when it's due.
Yeah, because all of them are a little bit different. One may be 24 months, one may be 18 months. So Dalworth keeps up with all the warranties.
Yeah, as a homeowner, you're not going to remember when it's time to do this, but if you register the product after you purchase it from us, Dalworth's going to send you a reminder and an email that says, hey, it's time to get it done. And
Great partnership
they don't
for y'all.
inundate you, they don't send you extra offers. We don't bombard your email inbox like that.
By the way, when you go out to 5212 Airport Freeway, they're going to give you a free $25 Dalworth gift certificate for walking in the front door.
And Dalworth cleans anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
they really do.
If it's inside the house, they clean it, and it can be drapes, upholstery, carpet, tile. The other thing we want to mention is a 60-day guarantee. If we do our job properly, 60-day guarantee probably won't even apply. However, we give people the assurance that if they purchase anything with a Floors to Go label on it, that if they pick the wrong color, they pick the wrong size of tile, just say they picked out a light floor and they wanted a dark floor, or vice versa, we will replace that product at no charge to them, with the exception of carpet. The homeowner has to pay the labor to relay the carpet the second time, but everything else is totally picked up by us. But we should do our job.
And we've never had to do that.
We've never had to do that because we ask a lot of questions up front.
Talk to me about redoing bathrooms and kitchens. Does that increase the value in your house?
Oh, immensely.
I think it does.
Because some people have no design ideals, what it needs to look like or what they want it to look like. But if they see a finished product that's beautiful, clean, and new, then they're going to go, oh, that's exactly what I want.
You're going to get the money back out of your project,
Yeah.
because I guarantee you, when husband and wife go shopping for a new home, guess what the woman's looking at? She wants to see the kitchen first, and then she wants to see the bathroom.
Master bathroom. Yep.
And if you start in the kitchen and start in the or master bathroom, one of those two, and just set up a budget and do one this year, next year do the other one, or space it out over a period of 3 or 4 years, you know, you're going to get that money back out of there, and your home's going to feel so much nicer. And I'm trying to encourage people to do it as soon as you can, because you want to enjoy your home before you move out of there. If you have to sell, maybe somebody
Live the
gets a
investment.
transfer. It's
Yeah.
a great investment.
Yeah. There's over 185,000 homes in the DFW Metroplex that need to be updated. And I'll tell you, if you're one of the updaters, owners of those homes, and are thinking about doing that, there's a couple things I'm going to tell you. Our friends out of Floors to Go, Texas, at 5212 Airport Freeway in Haltom City, go check out what they have. They have twice the space of any big box store and 10 times the product. And go see Theril. A couple ways you can do that. Go check them out at floorstogotexas.com, or hit them on the bat line at 817-710-7030. Again, 817-710-7030. And if you want to email Theril directly, he's got 40 years in the business. radio@floorstogotexas.com, and start a communication with him there. And no telling where it's going to end up, but at the end of the day, knowledge is power, and it helps you and your family. A room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. Say you heard it here on 570 Cliff, and you'll get a free 8x10 rug. Fixing to have to go to the top of the hour. Theril, any parting thoughts?
Well, once again, our thoughts and our prayers go out to literally the people down in the Houston area that are devastated, that whole area, from flooding. And we don't know if we can be of any help in the future. Yes, we're up here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but I assure you that the strain is going to be very great down there in Houston for contractors and good quality, qualified flooring dealers. We'd like for them to keep in mind floorstogotexas.com if they need any help. And I just want to thank all of our listeners for hanging on all the way through the very end of this program.
Yeah.
And I hope you learned something, and please give us a call if we didn't answer any of your questions on air.
I want to thank you, our listener, as well, for joining us tonight. And I'm going to close this hour out by saying this. Remember, if you've been to the big box stores and if you've done some shopping for flooring, think about what I'm about to tell you. Friends, Floors to Go Texas has twice the space and 10 times the choices, and can beat any of the big box store pricing any day. Go see my friends out at Floors to Go Texas, floorstogotexas.com. Their number is 817-710-7030. Again, 817-710-7030. I, myself, want to send a prayers and thoughts to the folks down in Houston. It will all work out in time. Remember, that's a wrap, and we are out. We'll see you same time, same place next week.